Hi everyone, welcome to Twice to Think Twice. This is Monica and I wanted to do a pick a card reading today for everyone. So we're just going to jump in here. So this is going to be looking at the next blessing coming in for you. Okay, so the next great thing coming in for you. And you're going to be choosing a number between 1 and 3, so 1, 2, or 3, or choose a deck that you're most drawn to. This will be number 1, this will be number 2, and this will be number 3. Set your intention, okay, to receive answers through that particular choice that you're making. You can pause the video while you're doing all this. Really focus on your question. Leave it open if you don't have anything that you're particularly focused on at this time, if it's a case of how to bring something to fruition. If you already determined that that would be the biggest blessing for you, then focus your intention on getting answers regarding how do I make that happen. Okay, is that happening? Have I done enough to see that come through, or is it more that I could do? Is there anything that I can do to bring that blessing in for me? Okay, so hopefully all that makes sense. You've got other readings posted on the channel that you can check out. They're timeless. I'll link a few playlists at the end of the video if you wanted to check those out as well. And I'll be restarting a next 10-day series in the coming days. Okay, so stay tuned for that as well. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much if you have. It helps the channel grow. It keeps me motivated, and obviously it helps other people find the channel as well. Not to mention, you're kind of putting your energy into our little community and allowing me to connect to your energy as well in these general readings to deliver messages for you. Okay, all that being said, let's begin. Okay, let's start with number 1 here. I'm going to put these other two aside for now. I'm running out of room. Okay, so I'm also going to do timestamps here. So we have number 1, group number 1. Okay, so if you have chosen this deck, the Cat Tarot deck, the Cat People Tarot deck, or group number 1, well, they're chatty. So we have the 6 of Swords. So your big blessing could be something to do with travel or something moving forward. I also get something being restored to you, whether that's an actual thing or your reputation or hope. But we'll see what else comes out, okay? So what is the next blessing coming in for group number 1? What is the next blessing coming in for group number 1? Next blessing coming in for group number 1. And they need to know for their highest good. Okay, and I'm going to do a 9-card block because that's what has come to me. So let's begin. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Swords now, so we're going from the 6 to the Knight. So your biggest blessing has to do with something picking up speed or something coming in very, very quickly, potentially was delayed prior. Now it's like not only is it coming, reaching you, but it's picking up speed. You're going to have to hit the ground running with something. Okay, so let's see what else you have. Well, we have the Lovers, Gemini energy, the 4 of Pentacles, the Star. This is a choice, this is a wish for you that you have held on to. You may have rejected other options or other opportunities in order to hold on to this. Okay, but yeah, and I get the sense like it was delayed. Things may have seemed stagnant with that 4 of Pentacles there. Well, here's the Tower, stagnant no more. In the center of the reading we have the 2 of Wands, and then we have the 9 of Swords, the Magician, another major arcana, the Fool. Here's our new beginning finally happening, and here's the 6 of Swords again. Okay, all right, so I'm definitely seeing a continuation of the energy. I'm seeing this as the past, I'm seeing this as the present, I'm seeing this as the future coming in. Okay, so you have quite a few major arcanas, and you have swords and wands, pentacles as well. So this is how you'll know what this is about. Okay, it's something that was a wish for you, something you longed for. Okay, with the Lovers, could be to do with a partnership of any kind. It's something that you wished for, but it's also you reached for it, you applied for it, you submitted paperwork, documentation, you presented things to people, you told people this is what you're looking for. This could also be something to do with the online realm, communication, data. But with the Four of Pentacles, things may have reached a period of stagnation, maybe for the past 4 or 5 weeks or 4 or 5 months. Okay, things have been stagnant, murky, very, very slow, or apparently not moving at all. Okay, which is why you had to rely on your faith with the Star card. You had to keep yourself motivated, you had to keep yourself going, keep your hopes high, because like I say, this is something you truly, truly wanted for yourself with the Lovers. Your heart was in it. Okay, in the present moment, I feel like there's an unexpected option. There's an unexpected fork in the road. What this feels like is you have your heart set on something, but it's been stuck. It's been blocked. It's been stagnant. No matter what you do, you can't get it to move. The only thing you have to go on is faith and hope. In the present moment, however, there is a choice coming in with the Two of Wands. Now, this could be taking a completely different direction, permanently leaving this behind, or this could be, why don't we temporarily put this aside and try this, focus on this for now, while this other thing might be coming together, or we don't know what's happening. Okay, this is something very unexpected coming in. Okay, with the Tower, completely out of the blue, and it gets you in your head with the Nine of Swords. Not gonna lie, it gets in your head, because now there's doubt. Now when you're looking at this option that is presented to you, that you didn't go looking for it, but here it is, and it's something very big, bold, in your face. You can't deny it. You can't misinterpret it in any way. Okay, so now you're in your head. Do I want that thing that I set my heart on, right? But the fact that it's so stuck, stagnant, I haven't seen anything happening, and then I have this other thing coming in. Does that mean, should I take that as a sign that the thing I set my hopes on is not necessarily a good thing for me, and that's why it's not coming in? Should I take this as a sign that I actually am being given a lifeboat? I'm being given an opportunity to get out of this stagnant energy and pursue something else. So what I'm seeing here, for the most part, is there's something, I'll pull a couple of clarifiers, but there's something in what you had chosen for yourself that was not right. It was less than you deserved. Even though your heart was set on that person, job, outcome to a situation, if you were to get that outcome, it would have been less than what you deserve. It would have been less than what you're meant for, or what is meant for you. But you have been holding on to it very, very tightly, and rejecting other things along the way, potentially, or not even seeing them to reject them because you're so focused on this thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the message is, if this is your story and things have been stuck, stagnant, you haven't seen anything happening, the only thing you have to go on was faith. It might have been because you were blocking anything else from coming in. You wanted this thing, but the thing wasn't good for you, or wasn't what you deserved. You deserved more, better, bigger. And by not releasing your grip on this thing and even entertaining other possibilities, that's why the energy has increasingly gotten more and more stuck, if that makes any sense. Okay, so here comes this offer, here comes this choice, and I do feel like for the most part you're going with the new, because you have the Magician. It's the number one. This is where you review, you assess. You could be taking a meeting, attending a call, a presentation, entertaining this, right? With the Magician. Tell me what you can do for me. And with the Fool, I am seeing you taking a chance on this new direction. Taking a chance on this new direction, okay? And the Six of Swords is where things are finally moving. And like I say, not only is it now that you see things moving and it feels a little bit more like smooth sailing, but things are going to pick up speed for you, and that's how you'll know you've made the right decision. It can be for a small portion of you that you're changing the approach towards getting what you want, or you're changing, not necessarily, it doesn't feel like changing the approach. What it feels like is you're putting it aside for now. You intend to come back to it later, okay? Or you intend to focus on something else where you're giving this thing time to figure itself out, or you know what I mean? But for the most part, I'm seeing you saying, you know what? Yes, that's what I really wanted, but you're opening your mind, and that's what the Tower is. You're opening your mind up to the possibility, the what if, the fact that no matter what I threw at it, no matter what I tried with it, it went nowhere. What if that means, you know, that there's something better for me? What if that means that I'm supposed to do something else, that I'm supposed to be looking in a different direction? You're now opening your mind and your heart up to that possibility, which is why you are then talking to people, entertaining this, looking more into it, agreeing to let people talk to you about it, you know what I mean? And it turns out that it's actually a really good opportunity for you. And it's better than what you were thinking about in the first place. And I feel like that's what happens when us as humans try to manifest something for ourselves. We get stuck on one thing, or we get stuck on how we think what we want should be coming in. And that's the only thing we're looking out for. So we don't see anything else, or we're not interested in any other possibility. It's a bit of a paradox where we trust the universe to give us what we deserve, but at the same time we try to control what they give us or how they give us what we're asking for, basically. Or we're asking for what we deserve, but then we are specifically focusing on something that is actually not what we deserve, you know what I mean? And so we're sending mixed signals to the universe, which is when we usually start to see things just stagnate, because we're sending mixed signals. So the universe is like, so what do you want from me? Why don't you go figure it out? When you know, you can tell me. Okay? But that's what I'm seeing for you, group number one. Okay? Let's see, what else do you need to know about this? What was going on with that past, with that thing in your past that you set your heart on? What was going on with that? What was the blockage there? What else about it? So we have the Hermit, the Sun, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Cups. So it might have been something that you tried and tried and tried and tried and tried over and over and over and over again with the Six of Cups. And good on you, okay? Because it's not easy to just go on faith, no matter what happens. It's not easy. It takes courage and strength. So good for you. However, what they're saying is, yeah, basically they're saying this is the mixed signals, okay? The Sun is what you're destined for. This is greatness. This is happiness, abundance, freedom, independence, victory, energy. But with the Hermit, this is a bit like Virgo energy, where we just zone in on the details, where we're looking for a specific thing. Okay? I got a Virgo moon. I do get caught up in perfectionist tendencies sometimes. It has to be this, or it has to be that, or I think I figured it out. And the truth is, the mind of the universe, the creator, whatever you want to call it, is a lot more creative than our human minds. Let's be honest. And look, stagnation. It was stuck. It was blocked because it wasn't big enough. You weren't asking for. That's what it is. You weren't asking for. It wasn't big enough. It wasn't good enough. Okay, so that's why it got blocked. Let's look at this current option coming in. And you might have already seen this come in, or it's coming in very, very shortly, okay, with this 2 of Wands in your present and in the center of your spread. Okay, that's too many. 9 of Wands. I also saw the 2 of Cups, the 8 of Wands. Don't block your blessings. You've been blocking your blessings. Don't do that anymore, okay? Listen, with the Tower, entertain it. Try it out. See what happens. I also get, like, for some of you, you're entertaining the new option in terms of, I'm gonna go see what they have to say. Maybe I learned something I can use and feed back into this, right? And that's fair enough. Go and hear what they have to say, because at the end of the day, I feel like at the end of that meeting or that presentation or that conversation, you'll be thinking, you know what? This is actually better. This is actually better. If I were to try to feed this into where I was at, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't go anywhere. It would take me a lot longer. With this, I already start at level 10. I'm not struggling to get from level 1 to level 2 over here. I'm already starting at level 10. Oh boy. Okay. 10 of Wands, speaking of level 10. So this new opportunity coming in, this new opportunity coming in, what is this? So we have the 9 of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, don't block your blessings. And the 6 of Wands. This is your victory. This is where you're guided to go. Okay, don't block your blessings with the 9 of Wands. Page of Swords, keep an open mind. Have that curiosity. Entertain the possibilities, because this is your Ace of Pentacles. This is something that will continue to grow. As long as you invest in it, it will always grow. Okay? The more time and energy you put into it, the more you get out of it, okay? It's a continuous growth cycle, a continuous development cycle here, okay? And that's what is being presented to you. That is what is being offered to you. And then I do see what I'm looking at here. I feel like you're getting that with the Magician, the Fool, and the 6 of Swords. Where is this headed? So we have the 3 of Cups, abundance. Absolutely. The 4 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Yeah, it's new. You're definitely going with the new with the Page of Wands. The 4 of Wands, that is your celebration. That is, it's accomplishment, it's harmony, it's abundance. With the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Wands, it's a bit of like a bittersweet type energy, and you have all the 4s on the table. So it tells me that you've been dealing with a situation that has been stagnant. Why? Because you've been blocking the energy from coming in, from moving forward, because you've been stuck on a specific thing or a specific outcome or a specific way things had to happen. Okay? And to the point where it blocked everything else. So it just went quiet, right? And it feels a little bit bittersweet, because it's not, you're getting abundance and victory and triumph, just not from the direction you thought it was going to come from. Does that make sense? But the bottom line is, it's coming in. Not only is it coming in, it will grow fast. It will develop very quickly. You have abundance, you have love, you have best job ever, you have business growth, whatever this is for you. It'll be different for everyone, okay? But that's what I'm seeing for you, group number 1. That's your next big blessing. Again, if you allow it to come in, you could continue to stay there. You could continue to block everything. But let me tell you, this isn't going anywhere, okay? Because you're meant for something more, and you're meant for something bigger. And sometimes it's not what we want to hear. I get it, trust me. But at the end of the day, we have to take a step back. We have to take a deep breath, look in the mirror, and be like, you know what? Why would I want less for myself? Give me the best you got, universe. I'm open to it. And then just be amazed at what is coming in. Trust me. Okay? It's not something you would have asked for yourself, because you wouldn't have thought you deserved that beautiful thing that's coming in. But you actually do. And you're going to see that come through. Okay? So group number 1, that is what I have for you. Comment down below. Let me know how you resonate with the reading if you do. But I really, really hope that it helps you, because we do this to ourselves. We get ourselves stuck. We think we're open, but we're actually very closed off. We think we're keeping an open mind, but we're actually not, okay? and it translates into the energy. So I really hope this helps, okay? We're going to move on to group number 2. All right, hi group number 2, or if you have chosen this deck, Light Seers deck, let's see what's going on in terms of your next big blessing coming in. What's coming in for group number 2? What is the big blessing that's coming in for group number 2 that they need to know about? Group number 2, what is the next big blessing coming in? All right, here we go. So I saw a 9-card block in my head when I was thinking about doing this reading, so that's why we're doing the 9-card block. Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. Beautiful. Releasing something that has been holding you back. Releasing an old way of being, an old way of doing things. Something that you've outgrown. This is a fresh start for you. And not only a fresh start, but it's like an uplifting. It's a fresh start on a new level. Interesting. Interesting. Major Arcana energy. Yeah, and I get the sense of release. Of, Jesus take the wheel, as the phrase goes, and just completely being open. Okay, and I feel like that's the turning point that is now attracting this blessing coming in. So let's see, we have the 2 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Ace of Swords, the Hangman in the center of your spread, your energy, another Pisces energy, Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, 8 of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Cups. Okay. Okay. So what this is, I almost called you Pisces because I was looking at the Hangman, but you could be Pisces, or you have Pisces prominently in your chart, or this is involving another Pisces. I don't know, because I almost said Pisces. But what this feels like is, so I'm seeing this as the past, the present, the future. Okay, telling me more about the situation for you, also giving you an idea if this is your story or not. But what I'm seeing is, up until now, you might have been in limbo about where you wanted to go, which direction you wanted to take with the 2 of Wands. Do I stay where I am? Do I try something different? For some of you, I feel like you said, you know what, I want to focus on being single for a while. I'm focusing on myself. I want to focus on standing out in my career for a while. Okay, I want to focus on my social life, enjoying myself, having fun. Okay, I feel like you were trying things. With the 2 of Wands and the 6 of Wands, you were just trying things. Do I like this? Do I not? Do I want to try something else? I feel like you have been in a phase of trying to figure out what the next step is for you, what the next direction is for you with the 2 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. I also get this energy of you want the best. And with the 2 of Wands, you might have been going back and forth or entertaining choices, possibilities, options. And it's like with the 6 of Wands, it's not the best. It's not the best. Okay? It's not their best that it could be. It's not what I deserve. And with the Wheel of Fortune, you might have, I don't know if you were changing your mind a lot. I don't know if, because there's this energy of trying things, experimenting. I also get a sense of you struggled to release something you were familiar with until you knew for sure where your next direction is going to be, where your next, I don't know, whatever it is going to be, where your next new beginning is going to happen. Does that make sense? So it's like, I'm not happy, I'm not feeling fulfilled, I want something new. I don't know what the new is yet, but at the same time, I'm not releasing the old until I know for sure that I've got a good shot at this new situation. This is like, you know, I'm not happy at my job. I kind of feel like I want something different. I don't know what kind of job I would want to do if it's not this. I put myself out there, send out my resumes. I entertain some options and some possibilities. Not really what I want, but again, I don't really know what I want, but I know it's not this. But at the same time, I'm still holding on to my current situation, which is, fair enough and a smart thing to do. But the point is, you keep going back and forth and flip-flopping. I don't know what I want, but I know it's not this. You know what I mean? And that may have caused a bit of stagnation. Or if it's a case of, I'm ready, I want to meet someone new, but it's like you're still holding on to a person from your past, or you're still holding on to the memory of something, or you're still holding on to your idea of what a relationship should look like, but you want something new. Those don't go together. Do you know what I mean? You have wrapped up some sort of a cycle with the Judgment card here. So it's like everything's going to be new now. And it's almost like you've been trying to manifest something new while still holding on to the way you thought things should be. And that's why things haven't been happening. Okay? Because you have the Hangman, the stagnation energy. It's like you think you're allowing, but not really. And it's a similar message to group number 1. So you might want to check out that reading as well. But something has happened in the recent past where with the Wheel of Fortune you said, you know what, I don't even know what I want. I know I want something new. I don't care anymore. I'm not going to try to define it. I'm not going to try to define where it comes from, what it looks like, when it comes in. It's too much effort. It's exhausting. And I feel stuck, and I'm tired of feeling stuck. So this is where you release the old and you let that wheel turn. You're like, whatever happens, happens. I'm going to take a chance on something. If it feels right, that's all I need to know. I'm just going to take a chance, see what happens. I'm not going to judge it as soon as I see it, right? I'll let it play out for a little bit, see what happens. So in your present situation, there is this new way of looking at things with the Ace of Swords that restores your energy, okay? Something that has been stagnant with the Hangman now is vibrant with the Queen of Wands. You have been feeling stagnant within yourself. Now you're feeling like, I got my groove back, got my mojo back, got my confidence back. I want to go places, do stuff, meet people. I don't know what, where, and why, but I want to do it. Okay? And that is what is turning that wheel. That is what is that. This is that new perspective. Ace of Swords, the Hangman. That new perspective, that new way of looking at things. Where with the Queen of Wands, she's just having fun. I mean, look at her. She's just enjoying herself. This is like, looking at things that are beautiful and looking at things that are creative and allowing that to inspire you. Being in the moment. Dancing, having fun, singing, trying things. Right? But in a fun way. That is what is now turning that wheel. And attracting. Okay, that's the Queen of Wands energy. So what's coming in? Well, we have the Eight of Cups with the Hierophant and the Knight of Cups. There is some sort of offer, some sort of proposal coming in when you walk away from the past, when you walk away from what you thought was going to happen, when you walk away from whatever this is that is a traditional way of looking at things. And by traditional, I mean it could actually be traditional. You were raised to believe those things. That's how you were brought up. A cultural type thing. But it could also be what you're used to doing. Okay, what your routine has been, what your habits have been, your traditions, if you will, right? So when you walk away from that and you detach emotionally, here's our offer with the Knight of Cups. That's going to come in from out of the blue. I feel like I get like gobsmacked energy, and I don't think I've ever used that word, but where it's like I don't even understand what's happening. Like someone who's never at a loss for words and they don't know what to say, right? But it's because you stop thinking about it. You stop thinking and overthinking. You stop judging it. Six of Wands, judgment. This is where we're almost like we're afraid to entertain something because what if we give in to it? What if we accept it but it's less than what we deserve? Okay, and I feel like that's to do with the old way of life that you're now coming out of. Okay? Does that make any sense? Like, I'm afraid to talk to this person because what if I lose myself and I fall in love before I realize that they're not good enough for me, or I missed the red flags, or what if, you know what I mean? And so from the get-go, I'm going to have my guard up, my standards up, and I'm going to just do a very quick judgment, you know, ABC against my standards. No thank you, go away. But it comes from a place of a bit of fear, a bit of hesitation, a bit of self-doubt with that Two of Wands. I'm not going to let go of this, what I know, okay, and what I'm familiar with and what I'm comfortable with. Even though I want to attract new, I'm not going to let go of this until I know for sure that the new option is a good option. It doesn't really work that way, okay? That's why you have the Wheel and Judgment here and the Hangman, because things have been more likely than not stagnant. But with this change in perspective, that is your biggest blessing coming in, okay? It starts with this shift in your perspective, where you just take your hands off the wheel, and you're like, you know what, universe, I've asked you for this. I'm going to actually let you do your thing. I'm just going to keep an open mind. I'm going to try stuff. If you send people my way, I'll talk to them. I'll get to know them a little bit before I judge. I make that judgment of whether or not I want to spend more time with them or not, you know? You send opportunities my way for jobs, for business, for collaboration, for whatever. Even if it comes from an unlikely source or something that I told myself wasn't what I wanted to do, wasn't good for, you know, what I'm trying to achieve, that's not really how you do things, I'll entertain it. I'll have a conversation. That doesn't hurt. I'll have a conversation. I'll trust myself, Queen of Wands, enough to know if there are any red flags, if there is anything shady going on, if something's not good for me or not, but I'll entertain it until I know that information, okay? So that is what's coming in, all right? Let's clarify. So what has been going on in the past with that Two of Wands, Six of Wands, and the Wheel? What's been going on in the past? So we have the Emperor, the Two of Cups, and the Hermit. Yeah, it has to be, and the Lovers. Look, I feel like for a lot of you, you have overcome a cycle dealing with a karmic situation or a series of karmic situations. And it could be to do with love, it could be to do with work, it could be whatever it is. But it has taught you, or it's pushed you to learn self-worth, self-value, self-respect, self-love. Okay, to the point where it's almost like now you're like, I mean, I'm hesitant to entertain this because it's, what if it's less than I deserve, but I don't see that it's less than I deserve. Trust yourself. But it's pushed you into a direction of, I want to manifest this partnership, Two of Cups. That's going to be what I deserve. Fair, balanced, mutual, yeah? But you've been controlling how it comes in or where it comes from. Okay, with the Emperor. I decide, right? And it's left you waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting with the Hermit. Okay, bit of perfectionist energy here. And again, with Six of Wands, it has to be the best. I'm not accepting anything less. I'm not even entertaining anything less. That's the difference, you know what I mean? Because yes, it's your decision if you accept something or not, but do you even know what you're turning away? Do you have enough information to decide if something's good or bad for you, if it's something is what you want or what you don't want? Because I feel like for the most part you've been just taking kind of a quick scan and being like, nope. But I get this because of this fear of, I don't want to go back to how I used to do things. But trust yourself. You're not the same you used to be with the Queen of Wands. This is new energy. You're not the same. Okay, you're not going to go through the same things again because you've learned a lot. So now you can see a red flag a mile away. You can see BS. You can see dishonesty. Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands, and the Chariot in the current situation. With the Magician at the bottom of the deck. This is true manifestation, okay? This is true manifestation. With the Magician, you're like, okay, I did my part. I learned my lessons. I've applied them as best as I can. Now, I trust the universe to deliver its part. Co-creation, right? But I genuinely trust it. I'm open to whatever comes my way. I'll entertain it. I'll try it out. So what comes in when you put that guard down with the Nine of Wands? Very, very, very fast movement. 8 of Wands, the Chariot, instant, from one day to the next. Communication, visits, arrival, deliveries, meeting people. Why? Because you're no longer sending mixed signals and you're no longer getting in your own way. Okay? And then give me more about the Eight of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Cups. The Page of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Again, double confirmation. Okay. Trust yourself. Trust yourself as well as the universe. The Page of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. The Page of Swords is that curiosity. Queen of Wands, Page of Swords. Tell me about it. Tell me more about it. Talk to me like I don't know what you're talking about. Take it from the beginning. Okay? Completely opening your mind, Ace of Swords. And even if you are dealing with something that is similar to something you're already familiar with, you're saying, you know what? Talk to me like I don't know what you're talking about. Explain this to me. Start from the beginning. Because you are overriding. It's not like you're forgetting your lessons. But you're saying, you know what? I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to make sure I'm not biased. And that's what this is. Judging a book by its cover, right? We're biased. This is saying, you know what? I trust myself enough to know if it is what I'm familiar with, to say no thank you. And it's not a big deal. But what if it's not what I'm familiar with? But what if it only looks similar to something I'm familiar with, but it's actually nothing like it? How am I going to know? You know what I mean? And where you're headed, Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. What more do I want to say with this? The new love, that's the person you settle down with. The last relationship you'll ever be in, right? And it's a happy one, and it's a prosperous one. It's got a lot of room for growth. The job you love, that you could be doing until you retire if you wanted to. And again, there's room for growth. There's room for development. True abundance, unlimited abundance with the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Overflowing. And that's going to be the normal for that dynamic, for that relationship, for that job opportunity, for that business situation, for that friendship. That will be the norm. That will be the default. There's just going to be a lot that it gives you because you give it a lot. Okay? So, yeah. That is what I have for you, group number 2. It's such a beautiful reading. And it comes down to a shift in perspective. Remind yourself, you've been through a lot, but come to the present. What is the present? Where are you now? Well, you've been through a lot, you've learned a lot, you've changed a lot. Okay, you like yourself, you feel yourself right now with the Six of Wands. You're proud of yourself, as you should be. But it's almost like you're so... The pride is going a little bit towards ego, like the unhealthy kind. Because we need an ego, it serves its purpose. But this is the unhealthy kind, where we're afraid to entertain something because it's, what if it's beneath me? Do you know what I mean? So now it's like, it's starting to go into overcompensation territory. And that's why it's been stopped. It's been put on pause. It's been stagnant. Because it was headed into an unhealthy territory for you, this mindset. Okay? So this is saying, yes, you have been through a lot. Yes, you're in charge. You're in control of your own life. Yes, you're confident. You deserve the best. Absolutely. No question about it. Everybody knows that. Okay? Including you. So from that place, trust yourself to just have fun with it. To know if someone's going to be wasting your time or not. If something is not worth your investment. If something is not going to be a balanced mutual thing. But how do you know, right? Because something can look good on the surface, but then it doesn't go anywhere. But the reverse can also be true. Something starts off a bit slow, a bit foggy, a bit unclear. But it's like the best things take time, right? That's a good thing. That it's not, you can't read everything about it on face value. Why? Because that means that there's room for growth there. It has not reached its full potential. There's room for growth. Okay? So for you, when you change that mindset, and it's not that difficult to do, it really isn't. It just, I don't know if there are meditations or breathing exercises or grounding exercises, okay, I'm getting to bring yourself to the present. That will stop the overthinking. That will stop the going over and over and over again, because I'm seeing the wreath and the Wheel of Fortune and the world card, the world symbol there, right? Going around in circles. But what if this happens? What if that happens? What if I miss this? What if I don't see that in time? What if... Trust yourself. Come to the present. You're a different person. And that's just fact. You are a different person than you were when you were going through all those lessons. Give yourself some credit. Okay? Give yourself some credit. You're in charge now with the Magician and the Emperor. Yes, you are. You see everything. You have that perspective. You have that bigger picture. You have your intuition that you have sharpened. You have your skills that you have sharpened. Trust yourself. Right? It's almost like you're new and you're afraid to get back into the world because I don't want to get dirty. You know what I mean? But you're new, you're supposed to get out there and experience different things to figure out what you now like as your new self. Do you know what I mean? So be a bit childlike. You definitely have your wits about you. They're not going anywhere. Trust me. You're not going to be able to overlook a red flag even if you tried. Trust me. Okay? So I'm seeing your biggest blessing is something or someone that you love. You have the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. And it could actually be love, like the love of your life, the one you settle down with, have family with, you're in for the rest of your life. It could be a job you love, or a business, an industry, where you can give it your all and you will be rewarded for it. It will be mutual. Okay? So that's what I have for you. Okay? Comment down below and let me know how you resonate with the reading, or if it makes sense to you, how it makes sense, if it gives you something to think about, because if we're still on that hamster wheel, you know, things just go over our heads because we're not in the mindset where we're open to receiving new messages, new information. Do you know what I mean? So think about it. Even if it makes no sense to you, think about it. How would this make sense in my world? How would this apply to me? Because I guarantee you that it does, because that's what we're doing here, okay? Okay, so now we're moving on to group number 3. Hey, group number 3. So if you chose number 3 or this deck, and this is the This Might Hurt tarot deck. It's the French edition because the English edition is just ridiculously expensive in the UK. And I'm not even sure I could get it, actually. But it's a beautiful deck, so you do what you have to. I know a bit of French, so that's fine. Alright, let's see what's going on for group number 3. What is your next blessing? What is the next big blessing for group number 3? What is the next big blessing for group number 3? What do they need to know? Okay. And we're doing a 9-card block because that's what I was guided to do. And it's worked great for the other group number 1 and group number 2 as well. So, all right. So, bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. Aries energy, the energy of power, control, organization, structure. I'm out of coffee. That's a sad mug. That's a sad sight when you want to go take a sip of your coffee and you see the bottom of the mug and it's empty. Welcome to my world. Elevation, taking charge of things, being put in charge of things, fatherhood, father figure energy, authority figures. Okay, let's see what your cards are. So we have the Star, The World. Okay. The Hermit. Majors so far. So big changes, big blessings. Six of Wands. Ace of Pentacles in the center of your spread. Page of Wands. Sorry, there we go. Fire energy, a lot of fire energy so far. Five of Wands, more fire energy. Five of Cups. And the King of Wands. A lot of fire here. Aries, Leo, Sag energy. So what I'm seeing for you, group number 3, I get this message of be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. I feel like you wished for something, you're getting it, and then you're backing off because you're telling yourself it's too much change, I can't do this, I'm not prepared. But why would you get it in the first place if you're not prepared? You know what I mean? So someone else recognizes that you're ready for this, you don't recognize it in yourself. So that could be something that you need to look at, okay? Because in the past here, you have been doing a lot of learning. There could be actual learning, actual study, taking courses, classes, going to school, going back to school, sitting with experts, shadowing people, learning from people. This is a lot of like back to school energy, and that could be literal or metaphorical. Okay? And you've been doing that. Okay, so what they're saying is your biggest blessing has to do with the fact that it's something that you see yourself as not good enough for, not ready for, not good enough, not ready for. Okay? So, but they're saying you are absolutely ready for this. The cycle of you preparing for this is over. You're there. You've done it. You've graduated. Okay? And this is a very big dream of yours. This is a very big dream. This is like your dream career, the dream relationship, the dream business idea, okay? Or you seeing your business doing well, living the dream, right? Location, residence, whatever this is. You had an idea, $1 million idea, I hear. You have a dream, okay, with the Star card. And you've done the right things. You're like, okay, that's what I want to do. What do I need to do that? Okay, I need to go to school. I need to take this class. I need to take this qualification. Whatever, I need to learn about this. I need to study about that. You're like, head down, do the work, get the knowledge, get the information, get the experience. That's what you've been doing. That is where your focus has been. That is where your drive has been. And with the World card, this is saying that you graduated. That cycle is done. You know what you need to know. You have the knowledge you need to have. You have the skills you need to have on the level they need to be. You're ready for this. You're ready, okay? There could have been some sort of actual graduation type event, and that could have been in a formal setting, or it could have been you just going out with the drinks with your friends for a drink to celebrate that someone said you're doing an amazing job at work. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm being recognized, okay? Someone recognized you in some way, or you recognized yourself in some way. There was some sort of goal that was reached. Or this is what's coming in, okay? And on the tail end of that, on the heels of that, Six of Wands, recognition. If this hasn't happened yet, this is your present energy. So if it hasn't happened yet, it will very, very shortly. But this is where someone recognizes you in a very public way, okay? And not only do they give you praise and recognition, but they're also making you a very solid offer with the Ace of Pentacles. And it's something that inspires you with the Page of Wands. It's different, it's creative, it's exciting. For a lot of you, I feel like you may have changed industries, or you may have changed how you work. You may have gone into Self-employment, you may have gone in from self-employment back into the business world, into the 9-to-5 type of job, to working with someone else, for someone else. Whatever this is, it was a big change. Okay? You've been focused on being the best that you can be. You come out of a bad or a series of bad relationships, and you took some time on your own and focused on yourself, your health, your passions, your creativity, what you want to do in life, being the best that you can be. Okay? And then out of the blue, unexpectedly, with the Page of Wands. Because remember, you still feel like, because what's happened in the past is a World card. Cycle complete, graduated, done. But what you're seeing, how you're perceiving things, is the Six of Wands, much lesser level here, much lower level, where you're like, yeah, I'm doing okay. This is where the whole school is giving you praise, but you're saying, oh yeah, that teacher told me I did a good job. You don't even see and hear the rest of them in the background. Does that make sense? So you're already at the level you need to be, but you're seeing yourself as, I still have work to do. Okay? Still, there is praise, there's recognition coming in, but it's unexpected because, like I say, you are perceiving yourself as, I'm not there yet. But remember, you're the Emperor. Yes, you are. And then what happens next? We have the translating English and French in my head. The Five of Wands and the Five of Cups. And the King of Cups, the King of Wands. So what comes in next? 2 5s, back to back. A lot of, it seems like a lot is changing, all at the same time. There's a lot to learn, there's a lot to do, there's training that would have to happen, you'd have to travel for it, potentially there's change. Because with the new you, there will be new experiences, new people, new places. So it's natural that there's going to be a lot of change, right? But I feel like when you see all the changes, you're starting to feel like, you know what, this is too much, too fast. I'm not ready for this. I'm a king. I'm not an emperor. They're saying I'm an emperor, but I don't think so. I think I'm barely a king. I'm aspiring to be a king, and they're telling me I'm an emperor. And they're offering me emperor level stuff. But I don't even feel like I'm at king level yet, so I feel like I'm an imposter. I feel like I don't deserve this. So, group number 3. I feel like you need to do some grounding exercises to bring you into the present. You're no longer the student. You can be a teacher now if you wanted to be. So stop seeing yourself as the student. Yes, we're always learning. We can be the student of life. But you can be a teacher if you wanted to be. Okay? You're good enough. You're there. You have the knowledge, the skills, the experience. You can teach others. You can continue to learn about other things, go more in depth with things, absolutely. But you're ready to teach other people what you know so far. Okay? And that's just the truth. That's just the bottom line. I'm not saying it. The cards are. Your guides, the universe. So don't let your self-esteem drop to where you're doubting yourself, you're questioning the blessings that are coming in. Because the next big blessing for you is something so big and so beautiful. This is karmic justice. Everything you've gone through and all the efforts you've made and all the lessons you've learned and all the improvements and the healing that you've gone through with yourself, they're paying off. But you have to be in the present where you see yourself as complete with the world, right? That cycle is done. I've learned, I've gained, I've healed, I've transformed. I'm now ready for new level stuff. Because that's the truth. That's just the facts, okay? And then what happens is when new stuff comes in, you're thrilled, you're excited, you're curious. Okay? If you don't see yourself as, okay, I've wrapped up that cycle. I've done a great job with that. I've graduated from that. If you constantly see yourself as, no, I've still got so much to learn, I'm still not prepared, I'm still not good enough, I'm still not ready for this, you will push away whatever blessing is trying to come in. You have free will at the end of the day. So even if a blessing is meant for you, with your free will, you can push it away for a long time, to the point where it goes away altogether. But ask yourself, why would people recognize you as an emperor and offer you emperor level stuff? Why would they do that? Why would they see you as an emperor and offer you all that stuff if you didn't reflect as an emperor, if you didn't present to the world as an emperor? Why would people offer you management jobs when you're trying to be a supervisor, right? And they're offering you management positions. Why would they do that? Why? Well, because they're looking at your resume, they're looking at your hard work, they're looking at your experience, they're looking at you as a person and what you've shown them in the job so far. They're looking at your references and they're like, this adds up to management. So why are you questioning that? Okay? Everyone else, remember, the star, the world, everyone else sees that you're the emperor. Male or female, doesn't matter. You get what I'm saying. So what is it in yourself that makes you question that makes you doubt that? All right, that's something that you need to address, because you could be pushing away an amazing opportunity that you're absolutely ready for, that you absolutely deserve and are ready for, because you're telling yourself, no, I'm not. Yeah, that's what I want to do with my life, but I don't think I'm there yet. Yeah, that's my dream job, but I don't think I'm prepared for it yet. Yes, that's my dream whatever, but I don't think I'm ready for it yet. It's here now. Why do you think it's here now for? Because you're ready for it now. Okay? And I feel like okay, so they're saying do things to bring you to the present, including the music you listen to. Listen to current music. It's a very random thing, but that's what I'm hearing, okay? Listen to current music. Nothing from the past. Put the oldies but goldies aside and listen to current music. That will bring you in the present. That's one way to anchor yourself in the present. Movies. Watch new stuff. Okay? Watch new stuff. Put your favorites aside. Put that series aside that you've watched 50 million times. Here I am, but put it aside for now. Put a pin in it. Watch new stuff. Be in the present. Okay? Stop reviewing. Present yourself with new stuff. Okay? Read new stuff. Listen to new stuff. Watch new stuff. Try a different place to have your coffee. Take a new route to work. That's something you can do. Very practical, concrete things you can do to bring yourself into the present, so that you can see yourself that presently you reflect as an emperor to people. You got it all together. You know what you're doing. You're experienced. You got the knowledge. You've got the skill. You got the confidence. You got the power. Why would everyone see that in you if it's not true? Do you know what I mean? So, let's see what cycle this is that you've wrapped up with the star, the world, and the hermit. The Hierophant, the Lovers, look at all these majors, and the Devil, oh my God. And Judgment, oh my God, you have wrapped up an intense cycle. Group number 3. Jeez, Louise, look at this. You've learned. Listen to, I can't even make it up. The Hierophant, the Lovers, and the Devil. Light aspect, dark aspect of the same energy. You've learned. With the Hierophant, come on now. The Hierophant and the Hermit? That's like major learn teacher energy. Study, spiritual stuff, actual stuff, life stuff. You've learned. Okay? You can tell the difference between what's good for you and what's bad for you. You can tell the difference between what's going to inspire you and challenge you to grow versus what is going to challenge you in terms of dragging you down. Good habits, healthy habits versus bad habits. You've learned. You've learned what is healthy. Healthy choices. Oh, my Lanta. You've learned. That's the only thing I can tell you. Look at these cards. You're a different person. You're actually a different person now with Judgment. The old is done. It's done. It's wrapped up. The more you keep it in your mind and in your heart and in your consciousness, you keep it open. Why would you keep it open if it's done? That door is shut. Lock it and move on. It's shut and you're looking at it wondering if it's really shut or not. Does that make sense? Yes, it's shut. It's done. This is so beautiful, group number 3. So let's see more about this new opportunity. 6 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. The Chariot, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor again. Double confirmation. This is victory, triumph, recognition with the Chariot for all your hard work and healing. Queen of Cups. Water sign energy here. And it's going to be the offer of a lifetime. Ace of Pentacles with the Knight of Cups. This is a concrete offer that can make a dream come true. That will make a dream come true because it's Pentacles. If you work on it, it pays off. The more you invest in it, the more you get out of it. And listen, the Chariot, again, we have leadership position. We have leadership, management. You're in charge. You're calling the shots. And this could be an internal position, right? Where you feel like you're in charge and you feel like you're the leader and you feel like you can do everything and you have a higher perspective over everything. You can see red flags. You can see when something's not worth it. Similar to group number 2, you might want to watch that reading as well. And you trust yourself with the Chariot. The Chariot, the Emperor, they don't have time to doubt themselves. And they know it's pointless. They know they've been through enough and they know enough and they're good enough to make quick decisions. They don't have to doubt themselves. They don't have to do what ifs. They don't have to do pros and cons. You make quick decisions based on facts, based on experience. And it's time to see yourself like that because other people do, let me tell you. So let's see, 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups, and the King of Wands. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Death card at the bottom of the deck. Listen, I cannot stress this enough. You see yourself as queens, passive, nurturing. I'm okay where I am. Settling in a way. But why? Because you're afraid of going for something more. You're afraid of taking action. You're afraid of taking charge. You're afraid of being the leader of your own life. You're afraid of being in control and calling the shots because you don't trust yourself to make good decisions. And that might have been true in the past where you made some decisions and it didn't go well. All those things, all those experiences were lessons. You made no mistakes because you learned from every single one of those experiences. There were no mistakes. There were lessons. Okay? And if you doubt yourself so much, you will push away an opportunity. It's time for transformation. But follow it through. See it through. All the way. Endings are not just about ending things. Endings are happening in order to bring new beginnings. You're stuck at the part where something has ended and completed. You're not quite sure if it's ended or completed. So you're not even entertaining any new beginnings. Because you're like, I want to make sure this is done before I allow anything else in. And the message here with the Emperor is you say it's done. That's all you need. You don't need anyone else to say it's done. You don't need any other confirmation. You say it's done and you're only looking for the new. And that's all it needs. Okay? It's time to put a padlock on that door and walk away from it. Currently, you're sitting there looking at it, wondering if it's really shut or not, but almost being afraid that it's going to open up again. But you can lock it. You have the key. You have a giant padlock you want to put on it. You can brick it up if you want to. That's the different mindsets. what you're going from to where you are currently, but you need to see that that's where you are currently and start acting like it. Okay? So very, very deep transformation here, personal transformation that is now reflecting in your outside world. And it's important that you are in the present. Do those exercises, that you're in the present in order to see things for what they are and get on board with things, right? Because this is amazing stuff. Look at all these majors in here. This is amazing stuff. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there. I hope it makes sense. All the groups had intense readings. So, and similar messages, funnily enough. Maybe it's to do with coming out of all the retrogrades that we're coming out of at the time I'm recording this video. But let me know what you think. Okay, let me know what you think in the comments below. I really, really hope this helps because it's beautiful, and these messages need to be heard. Okay, they need to be clear. Whoever needs to receive these messages, they need to be clear. They need to hit home. Okay, because it's time for new, big, bold, beautiful stuff. That's karmic reward, karmic blessings for a job very well done. Okay, so that is what I have. See, Ace of Wands. I'm not making anything up. I'm not making anything up. And Seven of Swords. Don't sabotage it. Telling yourself you're not ready. Knight of Pentacles. Telling yourself you need more time. No, you are ready. That's why it's here now. All right, I'll leave it there because I'm just gonna start repeating myself. But it's gorgeous stuff. Gorgeous stuff. Okay, so let me know what you think, and if the reading helps, I would love to hear that it does. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your wonderful support. Good luck with everything, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.